it's Happymailqueen. So today I wanted to share a DIY project that I decided to do. When I was at the Dollar Tree, I was looking specifically for this here, which is this cutting board, which is a wall decor. I couldn't find it, and I even had my bestie Sophia looking for it at her Dollar Tree, but we were unsuccessful. We didn't find it. So why not just make one yourself? So this is what I came up with, you guys. Look how cute this is. And I printed an image on the internet. I used some chipboard and I layered the square piece in the middle there with the ad and put some brads and a pretty gingham ribbon and even made a beaded tassel. This measures about a little bit over 7 inches tall, and you can see there that is the width. I believe when I printed the image from my computer, I set the height to 7.8 inches. And here's the second one that I created. So again, very similar to the other one, and doesn't it look just like the one from the Dollar Tree, except for the ribbon and the tassel. And I made it a little bit smaller. So if you're interested, stick around and here is my process. I went to the dollartree.com and went where they had the ad for this, and I actually took a screenshot of the advertisement. I printed it twice on my computer using cardstock. I used this medium weight chipboard, and I fussy cut the image and traced it over on top of the chipboard, and then I cut it out with my scissors. I made the hole using a 1/2 inch punch, and for the thick chipboard though, I ended up using my hole punch because it was pretty thick. And then to smooth it out, I used my Dremel, and I used the sanding bit to make sure that it was nice and smooth. And you can use an emery board if you don't have a Dremel. That works as well. It just takes a little bit more time. But once you have it all smoothed out, I then took some chalk paint and just put it on a palette, and I had to squirt it with a little bit of water to thin it out just a tad, and I'm basically just gonna paint the edges just for a better finish. And I just went all around and also around the hole on the handle. And I didn't even paint the back of it because it was already white. So once you have that painted and you let it dry, then I took the second sheet that I printed out, and I only cut the square ad section, and I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that with my Fabri-Tac on another piece of medium weight chipboard. I then trimmed this to size, and this just gives the cutting board more dimension. And I had a bit of a hard time cutting this because I think my blade is not as sharp, but once I got that done, I did put a hole using my Crop-A-Dile where the brads are gonna go, just in the corners, all 4 corners. And I'm gonna go ahead and put I think these are Tim Holtz brads. They've been in my stash forever. I don't really do vintage projects much anymore, but this was perfect for this one. And I'm just putting it in there just to see if it lines up with the picture of the brad on the actual ad. And then once I have it where I know where I want it, I did take the brads out again because I decided to go ahead and line it up And then I'm gonna take my Euro punch here. I'm not sure why I took the Euro punch instead of the crocodile, but I'm basically gonna attach the brad onto that cutting board cardstock there, and they'll just secure it. I didn't even have to put any glue in between, but I think I still ended up putting some Fabri-Tac behind that square piece to layer it on top of the cutting board. And that's what I'm doing right here. I had a bit of trouble putting that brad back because I had it all bent when I put it in the first time, and so I had to straighten it out so it'll, you know, go inside easily. So I'm just fussing with it a lot here, but once I got it there, then all I had to do was glue this piece onto this chipboard that I painted. And that is it. That is the board, and I'm glad I made it instead of bought it, because this is a little bit smaller than the one they had at Dollar Tree. Now we're gonna go ahead and create a tassel using this twine. I'm just using one of my wood tags so that I can wind the twine around to create my tassel. And I'm sure by now all of you guys know how to create a tassel. There's lots of tutorials out there. And I'm just basically using this twine to make a small one. It's not a very thick tassel, but it will do for this project. You're gonna see that I just wound this around and made a bow. But later on, I'm actually going to change it, and I took the bow out and decided to just glue the end of the twine that I wrapped around. But anyway, now we're going to go ahead and put the beads. I have this bracelet that I found in my stash, and I'm just going to use the natural beads as well as the colorful Dollar Tree beads. And I'm just going to alternate the colors, and I decided to pull the pink and the blue and just alternated the beads. And I think I ended up stringing about 12 all in all. And once you get the beads in there, then we can hang it on the handle of the cutting board. This was such a fun project, and doesn't it look just like the Dollar Tree cutting board that you can buy? But now I can make a bunch of them if I wanted to. And here is the finished product. I just added a gingham bow on the handle and a yellow gingham bow on this one, and I think they came out really cute. Let me know what you guys think. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.